The following is a paid advertisement for FlavorStone Cookware, brought to you by Thane International. We all know cookware with yesterday's nonstick is like cooking on a brick, and using oil and butter so foods don't stick just isn't good for us. What would you say if there was new cookware so revolutionary that not only will practically nothing stick to it, including melted plastic, but you could also fry foods without any butter or oil, roast a chicken on the stovetop, sear a steak without a grill, cook lasagna without an oven, and clean it in seconds with the swipe of a towel? Introducing the best thing to ever happen to cookware, FlavorStone. With FlavorStone, you not only get one of the best PFOA-free non-stick cooking surfaces available, you also enjoy cooked foods that retain their natural cooked flavors. Look at this. Pan-seared salmon with mushrooms in 15 minutes. Quesadillas in under a minute. Stovetop pot roast in only an hour. A pizza pie made in 5 minutes. And skillet lasagna for the entire family. That's right, lasagna made in one pan in under 20 minutes. This is all thanks to FlavorStone's latest achievement, Sapphire Nonstick, a gemstone tough, PFOA-free surface that prevents anything from sticking. Plus, the FlavorStone superconductive multi-ply base heats evenly and efficiently. It's so efficient, you only need a medium burner setting or lower, saving you energy.
My FlavorStone pans are amazing.
They're so easy to clean up, they're so easy to cook with, and the non-stick is just fabulous.
There is nothing that I have ever used that compares to FlavorStone.
It's made me a better cook.
Cooks wonderfully, easily, fast, quick.
Have you not cooked with it? It's amazing.
Don't turn on that big oven. Put away your wok. Forget countertop convection ovens that tend to dry out food. Free yourself from disappointing microwave food. And don't spend money on a deep fryer because you can now stir fry, deep fry, grill, bake, and save time and energy with just one amazing cookware line. Let's now join Jim Caldwell and America's favorite cooking expert, Kathy Mitchell, and discover FlavorStone.
I've heard that there's a brand new line of cookware available. It's energy efficient, non-stick, and free of the bad stuff found in some other non-stick coatings. To show us this latest development and to help us understand why some are calling it cookware for the 21st century, Kathy Mitchell joins us. Kathy, it's great to have you here.
Hi, Jim. Good to be here.
You know, I'm holding this old piece of, I don't know what this is. What do I hear about this old stuff?
Well, you know, if you haven't bought cookware in the last couple of years, this is what you're dealing with. Non-stick that's lost its non-stick. Pieces are flaking off. Are you eating them? Let's get all these pans on the stove, and I want to show you all new FlavorStone.
Really beautiful.
This is like magic in the kitchen. It's durable. It's non-stick. It has a wonderful multiply base that heats quickly and evenly from side to side. The handle has a good balance, and best of all, nothing will stick to it. But speaking of cooking,
yes,
we should do a little test. Let's do an egg. You want to hand me one of those? Now, normally you'd probably use a little butter or something to keep this from sticking, but you don't need it in this pan. You would need it in that one. For a fair test, we're going to go ahead and do it like this with absolutely nothing in the pan. Now, I've got one more bread wrapper test to show you. We'll come back to that in a minute.
What are you doing with that?
You'll see. Well, Jim, as you can see, the FlavorStone is available in lots of different sizes and shapes, but the secret in all of these pans is that sapphire non-stick. It's like my sapphire ring. It's beautiful, but it's also hard and tough and PFOA-free, so it's safe for your family.
I like that.
Let's check on those eggs.
All right. Kathy, I told you, look you've ruined that pan.
Oh, we'll see. Let's check these eggs first, though. Look at this one.
Wow, that looks pretty good. How am I doing? Look at how your slides.
That gives you a little hint at how wonderful that sapphire non-stick is.
Look at this. Boy, I gotta tell you, this is, I got that one. All right, so it finally came out.
Yeah, but who's gonna eat that?
Now what about this?
There you go. Oh, yeah. Now, this bread wrapper, let's talk about that for a second. Years ago, I got a bread wrapper a little close to my toaster, and it's been wearing that label ever since because it just won't come off.
It's happened to me.
So that's why I knew that was a perfect test for this nonstick. Just like that.
Come on.
And just look at that.
That's
nothing
cool.
on that pan.
I'm impressed.
But I've got a lot more to show you, so come on, let's see some more.
What have you got in mind here? You've got a full kitchen for sure.
What do you normally have for breakfast?
You know, muffin, something like this.
That muffin has about 600 calories and almost your full day's allowance of fat. What if I could give you hash browns and bacon and eggs for less than half the calories of that muffin in less than 10 minutes?
I'd have to see it to believe it.
All right, I've got my pan heating right up here. No oil in the pan, remember? So we're gonna get the flavor of the food without any oil added to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those hash browns in there. Now, over here, I'm gonna saute these shrimp with a little bit of fresh chopped up tomato and some garlic. Okay.
I love the fact that you've got some depth.
This pan is so versatile. It can be a wok, it can be a deep fryer, it can be any pan you want it to be. It's the one I usually grab first. Talk about planovers. You see, these are already cooked.
Planovers.
So anytime I make spaghetti, I make extra spaghetti.
Love that.
Because that way, all you have to do is add it to your pan.
Now, aren't you concerned that those noodles are going to stick? I mean, I can see where some food might not, but that.
No, absolutely not. Now, they're going to make you a dessert.
What?
Do you love bread pudding?
Not really. I don't.
Neither did I,
Okay.
you know, but my husband loves it. So I had to come up with a recipe that I could eat without full of fat and calories. This is leftover raisin bread. Add just a little bit of apple juice just to kind of moisten up that bread. Then we're going to add the secret. This is a custard.
Right.
This is non-fat half and half, egg substitute, cinnamon, vanilla, and all kinds of good stuff.
Yum,
but I've
yum.
watched out for the calories, and you just don't miss it. And now I like to add some cranberries, a good antioxidant, and they add some bright color to it. This way I can cook this on the stove. So I'm not using the oven, I'm saving energy, I'm saving lots of time. Now, speaking of time savings, do you love lasagna?
Oh, who doesn't?
So I'm gonna show you a lasagna that you can make on the stovetop in about 15 minutes.
Everything's so fast.
So we're gonna start with just a can of crushed tomatoes. I had some onion and garlic sauteing in there. And I'm gonna add some ground beef. Now, here's another little trick that I like to share with people. If you cook all 5 pounds, drain it and put it in a freezer bag and freeze it, anytime you need ground beef for anything at all, 2 cups of this frozen but already cooked ground beef crumbles will give you 1 pound of ground beef. Now, remember in here I used already cooked pasta.
Right.
But here I'm gonna just go ahead and use the dry noodles.
Oh, come
and
on.
I'm gonna put them right inside
You don't have
there.
to, get them heated and boiled and all that?
We're eliminating that extra step. Pop them in there. I'm gonna give it a little bitty stir here. So they'll cook while the lasagna's cooking.
Love it.
Pop a little lid on that. Okay, those hash browns are just about ready to turn. I want you to see they're not sticking at all.
Look at that.
Well, I'm gonna show you how to flip them. If you could just move that pan for me.
Oh, I thought that was going to be hot. It's very cool
No,
to touch.
these are beautiful non-heat handles. Now, watch. Here's an easy way to flip those hash browns because they're so loose in the pan. I'm just gonna slide them out onto the plate
Yeah.
and give that plate a flip. This is the fun part.
Oh, my goodness.
And I want you to see how beautifully evenly browned they are. And go
That
ahead and put
looks
that back.
incredible,
Isn't
and
that
you
incredible? Okay, so I've got some egg substitute here. We'll pour that over the top. Why not save the calories? And
I love this.
that bacon I promised you, right out of a package, so you don't have to fry it.
I love the bacon.
This is a lot less fat and calories. I found kids will eat anything with bacon. I'm gonna put some cheese on it.
Okay.
And you know, if you've got somebody in the family that is really watching their cholesterol, use a low-fat cheese or leave half of it without cheese on it. And all we're gonna do now is cover it up. And in 4 minutes, that's gonna be breakfast. So while all these meals are cooking, come on over here, I have some quick snacks to show you.
All right.
Okay, I wanna show you a new twist on a quesadilla. Because I'm dealing with such a wonderful nonstick surface, I'm gonna go ahead and put that cheese right in the pan and melt it
Now,
in the
that's going
bottom
to
of the
stick,
pan.
though.
How long is it gonna be before you're gonna stop saying that's gonna stick, Kathy?
No, but, I mean, I couldn't do that with my cookware.
I know you couldn't, but that's the joy of using this sapphire nonstick. How about chocolate? I'm gonna go ahead and throw a couple of chocolate bars right in here because you know, one of my favorite snacks is s'mores, but you shouldn't have to wait till you've got a campfire, right? Now look at this cheese is all getting nice and melty in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my flour tortilla and lay it right in there on the top and just give it a little twirl. Now it's not hot there, so you see I'm just giving it a twirl. And what we're gonna have here is nice melty cheese.
Come on, what was that,
for
10
our
seconds?
quesadilla.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
I'm gonna add a little bit of onion to it here. So we'll just give that a fold in half. And I want you to tell me if that's not the quickest snack you ever had. Pretty darn fast, huh?
And delicious.
It is delicious, right? Okay, let's take a look at our chocolate.
All right.
So it looks like it's getting kind of melty in there. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Ooh, baby, here.
Oh, perfect, I'll trade you.
All right.
Here's a marshmallow. I've cut these in half.
Okay.
And all I'm gonna do is just kind of swirl them around in that chocolate. And then if you would, does that look delicious?
Wow.
There's not going to be any sticking of that chocolate on that pan. All right, now let's talk about full meals and versatility. Now I can cook things like this whole chicken. I can cook it in a pan on top of the stove.
Wow, now
so what I've done is just browned the one side, the breast side. See, so I've got a nice brownness there.
Look at that.
Now I'm going to go ahead and put some celery and carrots on top and a little bit of rosemary for flavor if you like it.
Gosh.
And we'll just pop the lid on here. And what's gonna happen is that chicken is gonna release all those juices to make a nice gravy,
Right.
but it won't be dried out because it's cooking on the stovetop with a lid, and that'll cook in about an hour.
That's
So
amazing
let me slide him over to
versatility.
the
It
side
really
here.
is.
Now
Okay.
this is a roast beef. And again, I've got it started in here. See if we can get him flipped over. Now this will be like kind of like a beef bourguignon, depending on what you add to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of beef broth, just around the edges there. And a little bit of wine, some mushrooms.
How much?
How much do you like? There you go. That's
better
good.
stop.
Yeah, well, you know, the alcohol will cook away as it cooks.
Of course.
So it'll just leave you with that wonderful, rich flavor and some carrots.
Okay.
And we'll check on that a little bit later. I think that our full meals might be done.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
All right, well, let's start with that breakfast pizza. And you see, nothing is stuck.
Oh, my...
Now I'm just gonna slide it right out onto the plate, just like that, and there's no cleanup in that pan. We kind of call this a breakfast pizza at our house, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a pizza cutter to cut it. This is plenty of food for 4 people, but the difference is the calorie count, because remember that 600-calorie muffin? One wedge of my breakfast pizza is about 237 calories and a whole lot less fat.
Now, this took how long?
8 minutes.
There's no way that this holds a candle.
Okay, now here's our leftover pasta and our shrimp. Very, very low-cal, light dinner, but it's a beautiful, beautiful meal.
Look at that. Great.
Now, here's our bread pudding, and remember, this is something that would normally cook in the oven. You said you weren't a bread pudding lover.
That's right.
And neither was I. Look, I want you to see, I'm gonna turn it over. It's got a beautiful base, and to serve it, I like to have a little fruit sauce on top of it.
Yes.
These pans are so nice for things like syrups and fruits because nothing sticks.
See, now this looks inviting.
No sticking, no bad cleanup. Watch, it's gonna be hot.
Okay. Now, that's fantastic.
Right.
It really is.
And instead of the 400 calories that a normal piece of bread pudding would be, 137 calories.
So much better.
All right, now let's check on the lasagna over here because this is one of my real favorites. And you can see, now take a look in here.
Those were dry noodles
Those were dry
out
noodles.
of the bag.
I'm just gonna add a little Parmesan cheese. You really don't need that much to give it a beautiful flavor. So we're just gonna go ahead and stir that in. Now there's one more ingredient for lasagna that I bet you thought I forgot, and that's the ricotta cheese.
Okay.
But instead of mixing it in a layer, I'm gonna go ahead and dollop it right up on the top. And this is gonna melt in and just be so delicious. No hard, burnt corners.
This cookware is forgiving. You can make a mistake and nobody notices because nothing gets burned or doesn't stick.
Are you ready to try a bite of my lasagna?
Oh, darn. Do I have to? Oh, dear.
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that cheese. Okay, give that a try. See, that's ooey and gooey.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
all dried out like oven lasagna can be.
You know, how do you say fantastic so many times? It's all great.
And 15 minutes.
I was able to put 4 steaks in one grill pan, cooked evenly all the way around. It seared, it caramelized, it got the brown little bits that you like, the crust. It was even on all the sides. They were tender, they had perfect pink, juices flowed, and it was delicious. It was exactly if you put it on a grill.
The tomato sauce usually always burns at the bottom of all my other pans, and then it takes forever to soak and scrub. This, I cooked immediately. You just wipe the bottom out with a paper towel and then wash them. They were perfect.
One of my favorite things to make is this thing called tortilla española. I used to live in Spain, and you saute potatoes and onions, and you have to use a lot of olive oil to make sure it doesn't stick to the pan. And then you take everything out and you put it in a bowl and you mix it up, and then you put more oil in the pan and put everything back in there. And after you cook it for a little while, you have to take a plate and flip it. And if it gets stuck, the entire thing is ruined. And it's just great to see how clean the pan is. One time I made the tortilla without pepper, but there were little specks of black in it. And I was like, I don't remember adding pepper, and I realized that it was pieces of my pan. Anything I can do to keep these little black specks out of my food is what I will do. That cannot be good going into me.
Instead of scraping eggs, wouldn't you rather just slide them out? Instead of using oil and butter so foods don't stick, wouldn't you prefer feeding your family a dinner with less oil that tastes just as good? You can, thanks to FlavorStone. Now you can roast a chicken on the stovetop, sear a steak without a grill, fry foods without any butter or oil, even cook lasagna without an oven. This is all thanks to FlavorStone's latest achievement, Sapphire Nonstick, a gemstone tough, PFOA-free surface that prevents anything from sticking. Egg whites, cheese, chocolate, bacon, even melted plastic does not stick to it. Plus, the FlavorStone superconductive multiply base heats evenly and efficiently. It's so efficient, you only need a medium burner setting or lower, saving you energy. Look at this. Healthful fried chicken tenders in under 15 minutes. A pizza pie made on your stovetop in 5 minutes. And delicious flavor-filled stir-fry dinners in 8 minutes. Whether you fry it, saute it, bake it, or even accidentally burn it, practically nothing sticks. And FlavorStone can be used on gas, electric, ceramic, and induction stoves. Don't turn on that big oven. Put away your wok. Forget countertop convection ovens. Free yourself from disappointing microwave food. And don't spend money on a deep fryer because you can now stir fry, deep fry, grill, bake, and save time and energy with just one amazing cookware line. Cookware sets can cost over $300 or $400. And some individual pans without sapphire nonstick are over $90. But you won't pay that for FlavorStone's most popular pan, the Deluxe Deep Pan. You'll get the same amazing pan Kathy used to make everything from lasagna to stir-fried. The tempered glass lid with its special vent allowing excess moisture to escape. And Kathy Mitchell's FlavorStone Family Favorites, which has all the recipes seen on this program and more. All this for only 4 payments of $19.95. And listen to this. Order within the next 30 minutes, and not only will 1 payment be deducted, shipping will be for free. So you get all these items for 3 payments of $19.95. But hold on, you don't just get 1 pan. You'll be sent a second pan for free. The FlavorStone Saucepan, a natural complement to the Deluxe Deep Pan, and perfect for sticky foods like cooked oatmeal, as well as side dishes like fruit sauces and gravies. Plus, we'll also include FlavorStone Tasty Sensations, additional easy-to-make recipes from Kathy that your family will just love. Wouldn't it be something if the versatile Deluxe Deep Pan could also become a steamer? Now it can, because you'll also be sent the FlavorStone Steamer Insert for free. It's perfect for quickly steaming vegetables, seafood, hot dogs and buns, and corn on the cob. All the bonus items bring the package to an over $150 value, but you get everything for the same low price of 3 payments of $19.95. Hurry to order by calling our toll-free number. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you want to return them, keep the saucepan, steamer, and cooking guide as our gifts. And when you call, ask about FlavorStone's instant 10-year replacement warranty and the immediate discount available for the entire line of FlavorStone cookware. If it's taking longer to clean your pans than to cook your food, you're using the wrong cookware. Order your FlavorStone now.
I'm going to show you how to fry something like fried chicken with hardly any oil at all. It'll still give you the taste. So I've got my pan heating here, and I'm going to add a little less than a tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay.
When you do it at home, you're in charge of the oil. Now I have boneless, skinless chicken tenders. Now this is heated up for my chicken, and look how they're starting to sizzle already. And one of the things you'll love about cooking in this FlavorStone cookware is you're not going to have to choreograph your chicken. The ones in the center aren't going to cook faster than the ones on the outside.
Even heat
just
dispersion.
Put it in there, that nice even heat dispersion.
Okay.
And I'm just going to shake off most all that flour. And I'm going to add just a little bit of extra seasoning to those, like so. And then I'm going to put a lid on those. So while those are cooking, I have some other quick FlavorStone recipes to show you. Come on over here.
All right.
Jim, you have kids. Do you find it hard to get them to eat a nice, healthy breakfast?
I try to cook oatmeal. Look what I get.
If it takes longer to clean the pan than it does to cook, you're using the wrong cookware.
Gosh,
Watch this. This is oatmeal. You can use the steel-cut oats or the whole oats. Use something with some fiber to it. And instead of making it with water, make it with non-fat milk. And a little tiny dash of vanilla.
Now look at that.
And they will beg for this, I'm telling you. It is delicious. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of really fast dinners. When you buy your meat at the grocery store, if you pack it up like this and put it in the freezer, you can pop this in the microwave on the defrost setting for 2 minutes. It's much easier to slice when it's frozen.
Oh.
And I can cut this very, very thin if I want to make a stir fry or something, but I can also cut it thick if I want to make a medallion of tenderloin.
It's not all soft and gooey and hard to cut.
Exactly, but it's so much easier to cut, and you just pop it in a pan that you've heated up.
And anything you don't use, you can put back in the freezer?
Exactly right. You see, I've got lots of room in the pan, and you can feed a family of 4 easily with this. Now, for these pork medallions, let them brown for just a second on that side, and we'll start another one here. I've got a piece of steak. And again, I treated it the same way that I treated that pork. Now, remember, again, we're cooking with no fats, no oils, so the word stir fry doesn't necessarily mean fill the pan full of oil first.
And you've got this high side again, so you're going to be able to fill this up, aren't
so
you?
I can toss it. Let's do the onions first.
Okay.
It helps because the onions are going to saute with that meat. See the brownness I'm getting on that meat already?
That is fat. All those
kind
carrots
of layer
this
them in
many?
the order they take to cook. Yeah, absolutely. And
Yes.
without all that oil, you can actually taste the food. Remember, the flavor stays in the food, not in the pan. And go ahead and put those green beans right on the top.
Man, this is so healthy.
All right. Now we're just going to let that cook for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
And let's swap it back for these medallions. Because I want you to see they've already browned on the other side. They're pretty well thawed out. Pork is a really versatile meat. It's very low in fat, and it cooks very, very fast.
Look how evenly they've
Isn't that
been
beautiful?
cooked.
It's
Perfect.
Now watch this for a fast, easy recipe. I'm going to put in some apples and some carrots for a little color.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of brown sugar on there because it's going to give me a little bit of a glaze. And to top it off, I'm going to add a little apple juice. And this will deglaze the pan and give them some moisture in there. And when you see, this will be absolutely delicious.
At that. And now FlavorStone does all the work.
So let's go check our fried chicken.
Let's do it. All right, I want to taste some fine cooking.
And here's our fried chicken.
Ooh, listen to that.
But
smell
there's
that.
no oil in the bottom of that skillet. So I'm going to pop 3 of those into each one of
And
these
this
little
is
baskets.
skinless.
Can't get lower calorie than that.
Virtually
and
no
only
oil.
1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And see, there's not much of anything left there. People are afraid of gravy, and I don't know why. I've even seen people buying it at the grocery store. What's easier than that? That's a little bit of chicken broth and a little bit of flour. I poured it in that hot skillet. It's picking up all that fond, which is the little pieces that are left over. And as fast as that, I've got gravy. And look how easy that pan is to clean. No cleanup.
Nice.
And gravy. All right, we've got oatmeal and stir fry and medallions over here. So.
All right.
All right, now remember, we made this oatmeal with skim milk and a little bit of vanilla instead of the standard water. And I like to serve it in like a little cup because then it's like almost like dessert. You know, this
Yeah.
is probably in here for a little bit longer than it should have cooked.
Yeah.
And you can see I don't have any of that sticky mess
it's a little
around
bit
the
more.
edges that
There
I
you go.
had before.
I will make that because it's easy cleanup.
Oh, you'll really make it when you taste it. This is just canned pie filling. And I buy the kind with the artificial sweetener.
Yeah.
You prefer blueberry or mixed berry?
Excellent. I love
All right, well, I
blueberries.
want you to give that a little try. Take it right from the edge and it'll hopefully
Yes.
be cool enough for you.
The kids will be running toward me
That's
for this.
exactly right.
Love
now
it.
take a look at our pork tenderloins here.
Oh, wow.
Now you see what happened? That apple juice and that brown sugar has cooked up into a beautiful glaze.
Oh, man.
Just a couple of pieces of meat and the apples and the carrots right along with it. My family loves fried rice.
Yes.
And nobody thinks they can make it. It's leftover rice. I put a little bit of the bacon bits in the package and some soy sauce, maybe some vegetables if you like. And that is a great, quick, inexpensive side dish for just about anything.
Oh,
So think about, look what we've got
Kathy.
there. We've got very little meat and a whole lot of vegetables. And that's the way nutritionally you should be eating.
Tender. You don't even need a knife.
Isn't that delicious? All right, now back to our stir fry. And once again, we've got 1 steak, but we're gonna feed 4 people. Lots of veggies, just a little bit of meat.
Yum, yum.
Foolproof recipes, and guaranteed no sticking ever with that sapphire nonstick in your FlavorStone cookware.
Deep dish, easy cleanup, healthy cooking. Come on.
Oh, but I'm not through yet.
What?
I've still got a few more tricks up my sleeve.
I'll bet you do. What now?
How would you like to make a pizza that cooks on the stovetop in less than 5 minutes?
Are you kidding me? I'll be the hero in my house if I can do that, especially if there's beer involved. Come on.
1 cup of biscuit mix and half a cup of beer. It makes the best tasting crust
Really?
because it's got that yeasty taste of a yeast dough.
Okay.
But there's no yeast in it, except for what
Interesting.
was in the beer.
Another
so all we
trick.
have to do is roll it out and just pop it into a hot skillet. We're gonna let it brown on that one side first, and then we're gonna flip it over and fill it, and it'll cook in less than 5 minutes.
Wow, okay.
See, it's starting to bubble already. That's what that beer is doing. It's making that light, crispy crust. We just want to get it just brown enough so that the filling doesn't soak in and make the crust all
at that.
soggy. So there we go. We'll let the other side cook. Now, on this side, we're going to go ahead and put whatever you like on a pizza. And this is a great way for kids to make their own after-school snacks. And this lets you use up a lot of your leftovers. You like pepperoni?
Yes.
I like lots of pepperoni on my pizza. I don't know about you. And a little bit of mozzarella. Black olives?
Yes.
Feel free.
Just
I
shake
love
'em
black
out? How
olives.
do you
Yeah.
pinch 'em on or
well,
throw 'em
I use
in?
my fingers.
You know
Fingers
how
were
to-
made before forks. Okay, now we're just going to pop the lid on that.
You make it so easy.
And you couldn't even find the number of the pizzeria, and this will be done.
Introducing FlavorStone. Now you can roast a chicken on the stovetop, sear a steak without a grill, fry foods without any butter or oil, and cook lasagna without an oven. This is all thanks to FlavorStone's latest achievement, Sapphire Nonstick, a gemstone tough surface that prevents any food from sticking. Egg whites, cheese, chocolate, bacon, Even melted plastic does not stick to it. Plus, the FlavorStone superconductive multiply base heats evenly and efficiently, so you can stir fry, deep fry, grill, bake, and save time and energy with just one amazing cookware line. Cookware sets can cost over $300 or $400, and some individual pans are over $90. But you won't pay that for FlavorStone's most popular pan, the Deluxe Deep Pan. You'll get this amazing pan, the tempered glass lid with its special vent allowing excess moisture to escape, and Kathy Mitchell's FlavorStone Family Favorites, which has all the recipes seen on this program and more. All this for only 4 payments of $19.95. And listen to this. Order within the next 30 minutes, and not only will 1 payment be deducted, shipping will be for free. So you get all these items for 3 payments of $19.95. But hold on, you don't just get 1 pan. You'll be sent a second pan for free, the FlavorStone Saucepan, perfect for sticky foods like cooked oatmeal, as well as side dishes like fruit sauces and gravies. Plus, we'll also include FlavorStone Tasty Sensations, additional easy-to-make recipes from Kathy that your family will just love. You'll also be sent the FlavorStone Steamer Insert for free. It's perfect for quickly steaming vegetables, seafood, hot dogs and buns, and corn on the cob. All the bonus items bring the package to an over $150 value, but you get everything for the same low price of 3 payments of $19.95. Hurry to order by calling our toll-free number. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you want to return them, keep the saucepan, steamer, and cooking guide as our gifts. And when you call, ask about FlavorStone's instant 10-year replacement warranty and the immediate discount available for the entire line of FlavorStone cookware. If it's taking longer to clean your pans than to cook your food, you're using the wrong cookware. Order your FlavorStone now.
Well, I promised you pizza in 5 minutes, and take a look at that.
Look at that.
That should just slide right out of the pan, just onto the plate, just like so.
Let's see, cleanup.
No cleanup.
Let's just go put it at the cupboard and we're done, you know?
Exactly.
What cleanup?
And you can just cut this with a little pizza cutter. And this is fast and quick and easy. And I want you to see how beautiful the crust is on the bottom. All right, now here's our pot roast. And what I've done, we drained off the excess liquid.
Okay.
And now I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll plate it up right out of this pan. If you give me a hand with those tongs and just kind of watch it, because it's so tender, it just kind of falls apart.
Oh my God.
And look at that pan. As long as this has been cooking, there's nothing stuck on that pan.
Look at this. This falls apart.
I know, isn't that beautiful?
Falls apart. What's
Oh,
next?
and don't forget our chicken here. There we go.
Look at that. Oh, there you go. Look at this.
I think you'll find it so tender that you can actually
Oh, look at that. You
carve
don't need
it
the knife.
with a butter knife. And if you want to taste a little bite of that.
Well, talk me
How could
into
you
that.
resist? I want you to see how moist and juicy it cooks when you don't cook it in the oven.
Tender, delicious, really. This has been some eye-opener for me, Kathy.
And now your pizza I've been promising you.
Perfect.
The preceding was a paid advertisement for FlavorStone Cookware, brought to you by Thane International.